see, that's not all that deep. And look at that. That's a Merc. Not sure what we got for a date. Oh, we are gonna have a date. 1919 it looks like.
Nice.
Let me give me some water on that. Hold on, here we go. A little bit frozen, but it will work. Ground is also pretty hard today as well.
It's a nice warm one though.
Yeah, no mint mark on that one, but that's not the worst shape. That's silver number 1 for the day. Let's see if we get something else. So 100 years from now, this is going to be considered the find of a lifetime. That is a Motorola cell phone that Adam just pulled up. How did that hit? Looks like the back is gone.
About the same as a clad dime.
Huh. That would make sense of the electronics. That's a really cool find, man.
Found me some gold today.
Yeah? Let's see if we get something else. Well, I am down pretty deep into the sidewall, and I've got this little thing looking at me here. Whatever this is, it is super corroded. It's almost like a coin covered in like concrete or something. It's definitely a coin. I mean, you can see the edge of it. I'm gonna go ahead and try cleaning this up, and if I get any detail on it, I'll loop you back in. So here it is all cleaned up. It is a wheat penny, if I can get that into the light. It is a 1950 on the dot. And there is the 1 cent on the back. Well, that's number 2. Let's see if we get something else today. So I was barely under the surface, and I know it's just a Jefferson, but it is a 1941, so a little bit older there, so hopefully there's some wheats or some silver out here. I'll take it either way. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this nickel here, and it is just a Jefferson, but it is a 1952, and there is no mint mark on it that I can see, but it's a cool find. It's got some age to it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just had a pretty deep target here, and I dug down a little bit deeper and flipped out a coin of some sort. Definitely Lincoln, and I think it's going to be an early wheat. Just looking at that, let's take a look at that date. I think this one's going to white pretty clean. Let's give it a pants rub, see what we got. Looks like a 1935. And then the back's a little bit toasty, but that's okay. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this next one I thought was going to be an Indian or a Zincan, but instead I got this neat little button here. Not sure on the age of it. The back appears to be aluminum, but either way, it's got a nice fancy pattern on it. I'll take it for sure. Let's see if we get something else. So I'm back at my favorite park tonight, and I'm digging the junkie signals tonight, and check that out. We got a war nickel in the hole. I can already see a P mint mark. And this one is actually going to be 35% silver. It just does not ring like silver with all the extra metals in there. Let's see if we can get a date for you. Looks like it's a 45. I'll take that. And it's a 45p. That's silver number 1 for the night. Let's see if we get something else. So I just chased a piece of cancel out of this hole, but check that out. We got us a button of some kind in there with it. It's not metal, and looks like it's, oh, that is a fancy one. Wow, that's gonna have some age to it. This one is probably a bakelite of some kind, but that is a really fancy pattern on there. It's definitely a vintage one, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I just got another old nickel here. This one is a 1952. Do not see a mint mark on the back. There might be one under there, but I don't think any of the 52s are particularly rare. But it's still an older find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just dug pretty deep down into the sidewall, and look at that. I see more shiny in the hole. That is my 3rd old coin tonight, and all 3 have been nickels. This is war nickel number 2. We got a P mint mark on this one, and it's another 45p it looks like. I think that's what my other one was, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one. I think this is the first time I have ever found 2 war nickels in a night. If I can just grab it out of my pouch, of course. So here's those two war nickels one more time, and those are 35% silver. Funny that we get the same date and mint mark on both of them, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I'm barely under the surface. I thought that was a zinkin, but on closer inspection, it looks like there's some sort of pattern on it, and it looks old. Oh, that's neat. It's got some sort of eye pattern. Maybe not as old as I was thinking. It's still interesting, though. That's something. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just went way down deep, and looks like I got a penny. I can already see it as a wheat. Nice clean wipe. A little bit worn. Maybe this will be an older one. Man, it is white. Whatever it is. Let's see if we got a good date. And just my luck, there is some crust covering up the date. I'll go ahead and get it cleaned up, and if it's an older date, I'll loop you back in. So here is the wheat all cleaned up. I want you guys to try and tell me if you can see it. The closest I can come up with is maybe 1918, but there is just no way of telling until I get it all cleaned up. But it's still a cool find. It's wheat number one for the night. Let's see if we get something else. So I just went down incredibly deep again and pulled out another penny, but this one looks extremely green. And it's a wheatie. A very green wheatie at that, but that is okay. I'll still take a wheat penny. This one looks like a 20s model. Gonna be a nice, easy wipe too. 20, something with a Denver. I want to say 27 maybe. $20-something with a D mint mark. Oh yeah, 2070. That's a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from short after work hunts. So this stuff all came out of Omaha parks, which can be really tough to hunt, but they definitely give up some goodies every now and again. I got a few buttons up here. This one here is not metal, but it is very fancy. I believe that's a Bakelite button. I got some older Jefferson nickels. I got a 41 and a pair of 52s. Then onto the wheat pennies, I got a 1950, a 1935, a 1927D, and a 1911. And then onto the silver. It gets really tough to find this stuff in the Omaha parks, but it comes up every now and again. I got a couple of 45 war nickels. And the park I pulled these out of has produced several war nickels for me over the years. But they are both P mint marks as well. And I was able to get onto one Mercury dime, being this 1919. And there is a no mint mark on the back of that one. But anyways, that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.